What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, back again with another video, man. You already know last chapter 341 for My Hero, man. It's been a minute because it was a break last week, but here we are nonetheless. But last chapter, Toga, she revisited her house and just thinking about all the memories of all the shit people were telling her, her parents. She was looking at all the vandalism at this abandoned home, you know, all shit that was written on the wall, calling her a vampire or a monster, devil, you know, all this stuff. Just saying a lot of stuff about her. And I like that we revisit that for her and her character, because obviously, just like most of the people in the League of Villains, she was somebody else that was, you know, an outcast, because people looked at her like she was crazy, a monster and all this stuff, because she would suck up blood. And that's something that was a necessity to her because of her quirk. Her quirk just makes her want to do that, and she kind of has to do that. It's more like, it's kind of like a necessity for her, essentially. So that's something that we always knew about her, which is cool that we got to revisit that. Like I said, that's really dope, honestly. And Dobby came in, was talking to her, you know, getting ready for the battle and all this stuff, burned down the house, and he actually gave her a little tube of Twice's blood, because he had got that back in the when they were raiding against the villains in the war arc. He had got it before Twice died, so now she gets to, you know how her quirk works, so she could use other people's quirks. Obviously, if she ingests the blood, so she's gonna be using Twice quirk, and so that Twice is pretty much still here, essentially, right? So that's really, really dope. I like that a lot. My boy, shout out Mr. Twitchy, because he was calling that even way back in our Hero City podcast on Townsley channel. Pull up to both of those guys' channels. I'm gonna put it in the description as well. But yeah, he brought that up, and I thought about it too after the fact, because I wasn't really, I guess at the time I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I was like, well, nah, probably not. Twice is dead. But I did think about it nonetheless, and I remembered, and I was like, okay, yeah, he might be right about that. So I was also on that. I wouldn't say bandwagon, but I was on that bus too, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the chapter, obviously, we got the boy Spinner. He has like a whole bunch of metamorph villains, or just people in general, people that are just like him, that were ostracized based off of how they looked and stuff like that. So I really like that as well. So he has his own band of people, and they're getting ready just like the heroes are getting ready. And I like that we're getting both sides, because I wouldn't have wanted it to be one-sided for the heroes, that we're seeing them prep and then not see nothing from the villains. So it's dope that we get to see that, and I said I've been wanting that for a while. And this intro is a little too long, so let's just get into this next chapter, you know what I'm saying? But I have to do a long recap because, I mean, it's been 2 weeks, right? So here we go. Nonetheless, chapter 342. Let's get into it. UA High Evacuee Residential Area, okay? The title is called The Extreme Quiet Before the Storm. The Extreme Quiet Before the Storm. Usually it's just the quiet before the storm. This is the extreme quiet before the storm. So that just goes to show that things might actually get crazy. And I expected, Horikoshi, if this is going to be your final arc for My Hero, you gotta go out with a bang. You have to. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be fourth quarter clutch. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. We've got new orders. Go on. You know who anticipated that as evacuees here, we wouldn't be able to act freely. He says, fan the flames, rally the discontented faction that's been keeping quiet and lying in wait. UA is aware that Tomura Shigaraki will be operational in less than a week time. The school knows of the impending danger, but they're keeping it from the common people. So fan the flames until that fortress is once again an inhospitable place for Izuku Midoriya. So these people, some people that are within the so we got some ops, we got some snakes, you know what I'm saying? We got, oh, this is different. Interesting. So we gotta be careful for them. I think that's, yeah, they fan the flames, huh? And you see All For One's fucking smile, that shit crazy. Student dorm, see that boy Dinky on the ground. I'm pooped. The search area is just too big. Temporary break from the search effort. There's so few heroes left to help. It's a serious problem. Bedtime, friends, on the double. Our greatest strength is youth, so our every action should fuel us for what's to come. They told us to get stronger. I wish we had a little spare time to swap dirty stories. Minetta, shut the fuck up. I don't know about that dirty part, but yeah, I get it. There's barely been any time to talk. And he's, ooh, that boy Deku looking at Uraraka. He thinking about when she was rallying everybody up. I like that. And I really like that about their relationship, because it's like, it's not the typical one-sided relationship like for a shonen protagonist and stuff like that. It's, they actually have like a mutual like interest in each other, and they both are very timid and shy against one another too, which is cool, because you know people in real life are like that too, you know, when they're younger and stuff, like middle school, high school, elementary and all that. So that's pretty cool. And I like that they both have the same kind of like I guess you could say mantra, or not mantra, just the same kind of conviction when it comes to being a hero and just knowing what they need to do as heroes. I like that a lot because it makes both of them, it just shows that they both are equally impactful. Well, we've seen it throughout the series. They both saved each other a lot of times, and they're both really important to each other, and I like that. That's dope. Not a one-sided type romance. They both like each other a lot, and I like that. Udara, I am here just like every day. What's up? You're full of energy, I see. Oh yeah, I skipped that part. I haven't been able to thank her properly. You want to thank her? All right, yeah, all right, Deku. What's up? You're full of energy, I see. Just the opposite. Detective Tsukachi, and the principal too. Does this concern the situation with Aoyama? It's about what comes next, and we're only informing select individuals for now. It's time to discuss our final plans for this second pivotal war. I could be looking too much into it, but for All Might to say that it's time for the second pivotal war, it makes me think, like, what if the story does continue more? You know what I'm saying? Because like pivotal usually means like a shift, it's like a change in position or something like that, right? So it's like, actually, let me not look stupid. Let me search on what pivotal means. I'm thinking about pivot, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Of crucial importance in relation to development and success of something. So yeah, I guess it's like, yeah, it's like a new success, a new move. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's something in progress. That's how I look at it. So it's like, for him to say that, that's interesting. That's interesting. I think it might be, maybe the story ain't gonna end here. I don't know. This is interesting that it says pivotal war. Pivotal. Interesting. Anyway, let's continue. Or just like, for example, before I continue, kind of like in One Piece, where you get the narrator say certain things to like changing the tide or changing the world as we know it, like the Ace and Blackbeard fight, how that changed things. Obviously, when we see it from Marineford, and Marineford is also a pivotal moment that changed things as well. And I think my hero, Morikoshi, okay, I'm keeping my eye out on you. Interesting. Like I said, I could be looking too much into it, but hey, man. Hey, Ragdoll looking kind of, hey, yo. She looking kind of, you know what I'm saying? She looking kind of good right there. I like the panels, all the characters, they look cool. Really cool. Damn. So, okay, so they're telling them everything, the plans and all that. The next day, did you hear the principal's announcement this morning? Yeah, apparently Tomura Shigaraki is going to make a big move in just 4 days. And you see that guy in the back, he's like, We'd like to thank you all for everything. Midoriya, you're really leaving the school again? Koda, you've given me more than enough downtime to clean myself up. You folks' safety is the goal we're shooting for. So all we're asking is that y'all are in the right frame of mind, and when it's time to come, go with the evac system. These honest folks, they could have made the big man's life so much harder by shutting their traps and keeping the boy protected here. We didn't plan it this way, but now our mission is sure to succeed. This way, our future is guaranteed, man. 30 kilometers from UA. Look, everybody's just there. Man, shit gonna go crazy. See little Eri there. You see Bakugo's parents in there. Damn, man. Where's my boy Mario at? Where he at, man? Makeshift fortress Troy. That looks cool. Your home away from home went up in the blink of an eye thanks to Cemental's power loader and ectoplasm. Can't hold a candle to UA itself, but it's sturdy enough. Now toss your cargo in your new rooms and get in gear. Wow, so faithful to the Heist Alliance design, truly. Maybe the last place we'll ever lay our heads. Let's hope not. Don't even joke. Bro, why does this stuff seem like so much foreshadowing? I mean, I know people ain't just gonna fucking like die, like I know that. But it's like, the fact that like it's like these little panels are like showing everybody's face and stuff, you know, people shaking hands with people, talking to people, all this kind of stuff. And like, that guy in the crowd talking about, you know, all for one and stuff, and then Shigaraki in 4 days and all this stuff, and this is the second pivotal war. It sounds like we're gonna have a big loss here. I don't know, I might be a little too optimistic because I just want the story to continue anyway, but like, this seems really like, and then the title is called The Extreme Calm Before the Storm, so or Quiet Before. I don't know, man, that's just how I'm feeling. Also, I like that panel of the big mouse lady. I forget if we knew her name, and the boy Shoji. Interesting. They're both are like metamorph people, right? Kinda, right? So that's interesting. That's very interesting. That maybe they had some kind of talk about something. That's cool. Anyway, let's continue. Uraraka, she's looking out. Uraraka, and Deku's here. Oh, Deku, you all unpacked. Yeah, I hardly brought anything. Same, just some spare clothes. Right next to each other. Uraraka, thank you for what you did. Sorry I couldn't find a moment to say anything until now, but thank you, I mean it. Nah, that was nothing, you know. You never changed, huh? Always sweating the small stuff. So what you doing out here? Just generally both holding, touching their hair and shit. Just looking at the city. I'm kind of weird. Weird? You're not weird. You're strong and brave with a hairdo that's perfect for you. Not to mention kind and honest. And that's, ooh, that boy Deku, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I meant. Back then, when I was shouting from the top of UA, out of nowhere, thoughts of Himiko Toga popped into my head. We fought, you know, just me and her during Gigantomachia's rampage. She said something and I fired back with stuff that I thought was obvious stuff I take for granted. She looked so sad hearing that. Look what they did to the city. She's a villain who helped them snuff out people's lives, their happiness. The thought of just forgiving her, nah, we're way past that point. Of course, I know that, but still, she's a person too. And I like that. I like how they put person in mold. And I have no clue what's obvious for her. Like, I like that they put obvious in quotations. Like that, like what she takes for granted. I got to thinking about how I don't know the first thing about Himiko Toga. So yeah, I'm just out here taking a gander at the city. So I'll never forget the horrors I saw that day. And to keep those weird, silly thoughts out of my head. Same, I mean, huh? I saw a little boy inside Shigaraki. He was crying. Maybe there's no way to avoid a battle, but I can't ignore what I saw deep inside him. And I like they both, I just said this earlier, they both are on the same wavelength with everything, being a hero, just liking each other, all that kind of stuff. And I like that a lot, you know. And it's dope because, like, this is really true. Like, why? And I've seen this in a few series. It comes up sometimes, but most of the time it don't come up a lot. Like, even though Black Clover, I haven't read it. I dropped Black Clover. I might pick it up one day, but Black Clover was really good though. I did like Asa. I like a lot of characters in there. But like, well, Asa, remember during the why am I forgetting the name of the arc? The elf, the elf arc, right? When he was talking to Raya, when it was him, Miraleonia, and Zora, when they were going against him, and he was asking, like, he was just like, well, why don't we ever like talk to them and actually see their side of the story on why they feel this way? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I fight a battle for something if I don't even know what the fuck the opposition is fighting for, you know? So it's like, I think this is the same kind of thing here, because it's like, yeah, sure, they are villains. We know roughly that they've been ostracized and they're outcasts and stuff, but like, can we actually get to them, like be intimate and get to like a heart to heart with them to actually understand them, and like, and vice versa, them and understanding us and the pain that we go through, just being who we are, and you know, same thing. We both go through traumatic experiences. So I like that Horikoshi really dives into that, because most like superhero type of comics and manga and stuff like that, they don't really get into that kind of stuff. It's just like, okay, maybe the villain has a tragic backstory, but we gotta stop him. And yeah, certain sad things might come up, but do we really take a moment to actually think, what are these people even fighting for real, and actually get the opportunity to do so? And I like that Horikoshi does this with the characters, where they're aware that they might not ever get a shot, you know, a chance of actually having a heart to heart to actually understand them. But just the thought of it alone just goes to show the morality, and just showing how, you know, that they're like just humanitarians, you know? And I like that between these two characters, especially because they definitely exemplify that the most out of anybody in the series, damn near, you know what I'm saying? So I like that a lot. Yeah, I guess both of us are kind of weird. Thanks for being here for me, guys, but I'm good. I too have an older brother. Hey, cut that out. There's no comparing our families. Heck, I don't even know Toya's favorite food. Gotta be piping hot udon. In that case, I'll make him sit down for a bowl with me. We'll put a stop to them for sure. The day of, shall we? The operation. What does he have in his hands? Is he giving something to somebody, or he about to press a button or some shit? Oh shit. Hold on. Or it looked like it's a phone, probably. I'm just trying to think if it looked like a remote. Because if it's a remote and he's pressing a fucking button, and to see how Deku and Uraraka are looking at like the landscape of the city and shit, I feel like something about to fucking blow up. That's kind of crazy. I think that's wow. The quiet calm before the storm too. The fact that he put the extremely quiet before the storm. That implies that, like, okay, everything is settled. Looking at this landscape, Uraraka and Deku, they're both looking out. It's quiet. And then boom. I don't know. I just like that's a remote for a fucking, to detonate a fucking bomb or something. I don't know. But I really do like this chapter a lot. Like, I talked a lot in this chapter, so you already know I liked it a lot. But man, I like that, like, even Todoroki, he's somebody else that wants to, like, that's his brother. Like, he wants to really understand his side of the story and all, especially for him. Out of anybody in this series, I would say that for sure, he's somebody that has a connection. I mean, I know he doesn't really have a siblings connection with Toya, but, like, that's somebody that he needs to talk to. I mean, not needs to, but that's somebody that I can understand why he would say something like that. For one, that is his blood relative. Two, he went through the same things he went through, and he wants to see his side. We always see it, we need to see more of Toya's side of the story, and I like that a lot. Whether that means if he's dying while he's telling them, I just want that to happen, because it's like, damn, Toya, it's like, it's just so tragic. His story is very tragic, because it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man. So I think they need to have a conversation somehow, some way. I'm not saying that Ochako and Deku's isn't valid, because it is valid. I'm just saying that Shoto has more of a connection with Toya, obviously, with Dabi. So, you know what I'm saying? So it makes sense with him the most. That's all I'm saying. But man, I feel like some crazy shit about to happen, man. I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think the next chapter is going to show us, like, what's going to happen. I think some shit about to start blowing the fuck up right now. That's all I'm going to say. But let me know, just let me know how you feel about this chapter as well. And yeah, just talk to me in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay tuned for that JJK. I'm doing that right after I finish recording this video, so stay tuned for that as well. See you guys in the next video, and peace.